Cowes has been treated to the best weather of a summer so far this weekend, and there's been some interesting racing to go with it. Coming up, we've got the starts of the JOG and RORC races and racing from the Cowes Keelboat Solent Series. And there's been some brilliant match racing, in far 45s no less. But let's start with Friday night starts for the JOG and RORC races. Friday evening brought perfect conditions for the start of JOG's 80-mile race to Alderney. Class 5 were first away at 7 o'clock in 15 knots of breeze from the west-northwest and warm sunshine. The 17 starters were a little line shy, but Zarifa got a good start as the fleet hoisted spinnakers for the run east to the forts. Imperator was the first to finish after a fast ride to Alderney, taking just under 12 hours for the 80-mile channel crossing. On handicap though, Zarifa snatched the win ahead of Imperator in second, with Zara taking third place. Class 4 started at 7:30 with 9 boats coming to the line. Only Just took line honours in this class in just under 11 hours, but on handicap she dropped to third place. Handicap honours went to the consistently successful Long Pierre, while Dragonfly of Bosom took second place. Class 3 were last away at 8 o'clock, with 15 boats taking the start. Audacious led the fleet into Alderney in just under 10 hours, but she was to end up last on handicap. Arcsign took the handicap win by 4 minutes from J Fever, with SX Girl taking third. RORC's 132-mile Morgan Cup race to Cherbourg went off alongside JOG's race to Alderney, with both races heading east off adjacent starting lines. RORC started IRC classes 2 and 3 at 7:30 off the squadron line, just as JOG class 4 was starting on the JOG line. Classes 1, 0 and Super 0 started 10 minutes later, comfortably ahead of JOG's last start. It all worked out perfectly, but it certainly made it tough for us to film. The perfect conditions for the start delivered a fast race, with the only Class 0 entry, Piet Bruyn's Lutra 56 Formidable 3, covering the 132 miles in under 11.5 hours. In Class 0, Mike Grebel's Kerr 39 Eravale 3 is definitely the boat to beat at the moment, and she won her class by 40 minutes. Global Yacht Racing's Stimson 42 took second on her first offshore race, and Hooligan 6 was third. Penner Zen was the first Class 1 boat to finish and also won on handicap, with Peter Rutter's Corby 36 Quokka 7 taking second. The Army Sailing Association's British Soldier took another podium position, finishing third. Class 2 was won by Pascal Loison's J105 Night and Day, and they also won the double-handed division. Michael Boyd and Niall Dowling's J105 Slingshot was second in class and in the two-handed division, and third place in Class 2 was taken by the J109 Jaguar of Burnham. But the overall honours of the Morgan Cup were to go to the winner of Class 3, David Lees's Hepzibah, which won her class by 23 minutes ahead of David Crawford's Sigma 33 Seagrass and the Sigma 41 Hoodalinqua 2. The fifth round of the Cowes Keelboat Solent Series was run by the Royal Thames Yacht Club off the Royal London's line, and it brought the best sailing of the series so far. Saturday's first start was for the Darings, with 18 boats coming to the line. The first attempt resulted in a general recall, but on the second attempt only Finesse was caught OCS and didn't return, although Dauntless looked very close. A fetch to Gurnard Buoy in less than 10 knots from the north-northwest saw those best positioned for a stronger tidal eddy doing best, but at the buoy, as the wind softened, the fleet were undecided how to get across the channel to the Royal Thames mark on the mainland shore. After a difficult beat, Decoy led around Royal Thames as the wind dropped even more under the shore. After a 2¼ hour race, it was Decoy which led the way home, ahead of Daring 1, with Dauntless taking third. On Sunday there was a bit more breeze from the north, and with the tide flooding, the 12 Darings opted for the inner end of the line before the fetch to a buoy in Gurnard Bay. The start was everything, and Daring Do got a great one to lead around the squadron haven. Daring Do led the way down the green, staying inshore out of the flood and in search of the reverse eddy. In perfect sailing conditions, the 1 hour 48-minute race was won by Defender, with Dolphin taking second, only 30 seconds astern, and Dancer finishing third. Five Dragons started Saturday's race, and they were led home after 2.5 hours by Supremacy. Njord took second, nearly 3 minutes adrift, while Rackham came third. 6 Dragons turned out on Sunday, and there was some uncertainty who was over the line at the start. Supremacy leapt off the line into a good lead, but eventually decided to return. Several boats went back, but not 2 who later regretted their decision. Rackham led the way along the green with Thunder in second and Njord in third. But at the finish, almost 2 hours later, it was Supremacy who took her second win of the weekend. Njord crossed the line second, but the gun stayed silent as she was scored OCS. So Rackham took second and Jerboa finished third. Only 2 Etchells came to the start on Saturday and none turned out on Sunday. The 2 swapped the lead at times, but in the end it was Palaver which won by 27 seconds after a 2-hour race.